Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? I did not think that I was going to get a chance to vlog today. We just got back from Alex's aunt and uncle's house for his aunt and cousin's birthday, and it's late. So I kind of just resigned myself to the idea that I wasn't going to film a vlog tonight. So I didn't get a chance to film it before we left. I did get a chance to film my Peter Does Stuff video and announced this week's movie for Peter's Movie Club, which is a really, really good one. And it's one that my mom loved, and it's one that my aunt loved. And I haven't seen it for a long time. It was interesting because in the video that I made, I said I think the last time that I watched it was with my mom before she passed away. And then when I got done with the video, I was like, I think I actually talked about it on here a couple years ago, and I think I watched it like 3 or 4 years ago, but I don't really remember. I don't really remember the last time that I watched it, but I'm really excited about watching it. I tried to pick a movie this week. So I picked a lot of like good movies that I loved in the past, but not necessarily like movies that are like my favorites of life that would make my like top 50 or 100 list, right? And this week is definitely on that list. And it's also a movie that I just remember when it came out, and I really remember how it like really affected my mom at that time. And it's a really great movie, and so I'm really excited about watching it. And it's also a great summer movie, and so I thought with the start of summer this weekend, I know people will be like, summer's not until June 21st or whatever when it's like officially summer, which is true, I get that. But I always kind of think that summer starts, you know, when schools are out or Memorial Day weekend, and it's Memorial Day weekend, so it kind of feels like summer. And the pool is opening tomorrow. Oh my god. So the pool's opening tomorrow. We got the email today. It opens at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And y'all know I don't get up that early. So I know people will be like, you need to get up early just for the pool to be open so you can be the first person at the pool. I don't think I'll probably be the first person at the pool. I don't think actually I have been the first person at the pool the last couple years. I've been the last person at the pool the last couple years, but I don't think I've been the first person at the pool. I don't know that I've ever been the first person at the pool. So anyway, I mean, since the pool has become like really important to me, but I'm very excited about it. I was worried that the pool was not going to open this weekend. I just put on this sweatshirt because it's colder out here. Like when we were at his aunt and uncle's house, it was thunderstorming to the point where there were like, there was like hail and stuff, and it was getting really cold outside when we left. And the temperature in Alex's car said it was 64 degrees outside, but I don't think I need that hoodie because it's warm enough that I don't need the hoodie. Y'all want to know what the time and temperature is for those of you that keep track? Okay, so the time is currently 9:46 p.m. Let's see what the temperature is. Like I said, in Alex's car, it said it was 64 degrees. I looked right before we got home. Oh, it says it's 63 and fair outside. Yeah, it was really, really thunderstorming hard when we were over there. Let's see what the temperature is supposed to be like tomorrow. It was like 80 earlier. So today it was very cloudy and sprinkling rainstorm, like rain a little bit here and there. There was like a storm in the morning, and then it got sunny for a little bit, but then it was cloudy again. So today was kind of like a typical Indiana late spring day. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 81 degrees, a few showers early with mostly sunny conditions later in the day. So I'm going to definitely try to get up to the pool later in the day, and I don't care how cold it is, I'll be getting in the pool tomorrow. I will be getting in the pool tomorrow. So I already know where my pool key is and have to get my pool bag out. I can't believe I have to get my pool bag out. Somebody commented in my vlog and they said, it was either my vlog or it was on my Peter Does Stuff channel when I was talking about the countdown to the pool. And they said something like, I can remember when, whoever you are that left this comment, I loved it. They said, I remember when we still had 80 days left. And it seems crazy. Like, when I counted back the other night, and I was like, it's been 9 months since the pool closed. You know, closed in September. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. It's been 9 months since the pool's closed. And that's a long time. I mean, that's a really long time, 9 months, you know? It's somebody being pregnant and having a child. It's like a really long time, and I'm gonna have to probably move this hoodie. But anyway, it doesn't seem like it was that long. It doesn't seem like it was 9 months. like as long as 9 months is. It doesn't seem like almost a year. It doesn't seem like it's been almost a year. So anyway, but I'm very excited about the pool opening this weekend. We also have to do the yard, so I don't know if we're gonna do that tomorrow or if we're gonna do that Sunday. Sunday it's supposed to rain. We might do it Monday. Because Alex is not working Monday, so we might do it Monday depending on what the weather is. The weather's supposed to be a little bit nicer on Monday. So we might go buy the stuff on Sunday, and then if it's raining on Sunday, it's supposed to be storms all day on Sunday, which I don't know if they'll do at the race. If it's like, because I don't think they can drive if the track is wet. So I don't know what they'll do. I feel like a couple years ago they had to postpone the race to like a different day. I don't know if they do it to like that Monday or if they do it to the following weekend. I don't know how that works. I don't really know anything about the race. But anyway, we'll get this done sometime this week. I was actually looking when we pulled up. So this little fern right here that I bought, she's probably soaking wet. Farrah, Fernalicious's little sister. She's soaking wet. I don't want her dripping all over me, but isn't she she's so sweet, isn't she? So I have her right down here next to the plant, and the big plant thing, I don't know if you can see, but I have her like right down here next to all that stuff. I actually think it looks kind of nice when you pull up. The pillowcases look really nice, first of all. And I did have the pillows switched, because I switched them after I got done vlogging the other night. Did I say that already? I don't know if I did. If I said that in another vlog. But I switched them, and it's definitely more comfortable over there. But when we pulled up tonight, I was like, I feel like it's enough flowers on the front porch. Maybe if I had something small over there. But other than that, I don't think I need a whole lot. Fernalicious looks great from the front. So I'm just going to keep on working with her and watering her and giving her nutrients and things like that. And then I think I'm not going to put this fern on the table like I was going to. And I don't think I'm going to get another fern. I think I'm just going to have this planter and that. Just keep it kind of like low-key for the summer. So yeah, that's kind of the plans. So let's do a little update, little catch up, a little update. I just made a cup of coffee. Alex is gonna watch a movie. He was like, "Do you want to watch RuPaul's Drag Race tonight?" And I said, "Well, I want to vlog first." And he goes, "Okay, I'll start a movie, and then if you want to watch it afterwards, you can." So we can. So he's gonna start. Oh, there's a couple different movies. No, not Damsel. Not Damsel. We're gonna watch that together. I said, "Do you have anything to watch?" And he was like, "Yeah, I have a couple of movies I want to watch." He wants to watch, I think it's called Anything Can Happen. It's like a romance. I don't have really any interest in watching that. And then he wants to watch Madam Web. I think that's kind of some kind of like comic book kind of movie. He loves all those. But he said something about that the other night, and then he goes, "Well, I also have RuPaul." And I said, "No, we have RuPaul." And he started laughing. He thought that was real funny. So anyway, but so he's going to start watching one of those movies, and we're going to watch RuPaul afterwards if I don't want to take a nap. I'm really, really tired. I had a hard time falling asleep last night. So I made a cup of coffee. This is I would say this is my new favorite. This is the Kauai Vanilla Macadamia Nut, and it is really, really delicious. The Kauai coffee, vanilla, oh, it's so good. The vanilla, macadamia, and also the, I might just get the macadamia, which is just like the regular roast, which I don't know what that means, but they have macadamia, vanilla macadamia, and then they have blueberry, or not blueberry, they have banana cream, and I don't know what other ones they have, but I love this brand. So I might try to get another one, and then I like filled up the drawer the other night with coffee, and I've gone through like the whole drawer already. But I keep these in a bag in the drawer because, and then you seal them like ground coffee. It like seals around the corner because they're the netted bag K-Pods. They don't look like a regular K-Pod. They have like nuts underneath them. So, yeah. So I want a little cup of coffee. That coffee is so delicious. It might be my summer go-to coffee this year. Didn't get to walk today, so got up a little bit late because I stayed up late last night watching some shows and stuff like that. Well, I stayed up late because I was watching shows late, and I didn't go to bed as late as I usually do, but then I just tossed and turned and tossed and turned and tossed and turned and had a really hard time falling asleep. And this won't be a long vlog tonight since we just got home and it's late, and I still have to get it uploaded and get up on time. I'm going to try to upload it on my phone. If it's shorter and I upload it on my phone, I'll still be able to get it up in like an hour or something like that. If it's like an hour long, and either if I do it on my phone or if I do it on the computer, it'll take 3+ hours. So that's a no-go. So yeah, so this won't be super long. I just wanted to do a little update with you guys. Last night, I'm trying to think of what we watched last night. Last night was Thursday night. Oh no, Alex he went over to his brother and sister, my brother and sister-in-law's house for to give Carlos his birthday present. Then waited for Liliana to come home. Then she came home, and then he went over to his mom's house, and she made him arepas for dinner, and then they hung out. They actually hung out for quite some time. I think he got home at like 11 or something last night, and I had taken a nap with Boo Radley because I was super, super tired, and he had such a good time hanging out with his mom last night. Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, they said something about, do you always, you know, go over and hang out with him when he goes to visit his mom? And I said no, and it's kind of like, it's kind of for me, and I've told his mom this, she knows this, it's a very, like, it's a decision that I thought through, because, I mean, he always invites me, he's like, do you want to go, you know? Last night, where his brother lives and where his mom lives is close to where he works, so it's just easier for him not to come pick me up, but, like, I could have taken an Uber there, and then we could have drove home together, but one of the reasons why I don't is because when I was with my ex, and we would come visit my mom, typically, like, he would always come with me. And my mom loved him. She loved him. But I can remember one time she said something to me, and she said, you know, I love spending time with you guys. She said, but sometimes I like to just spend time with you alone. Like, you know, you're my son, and I like just individual time with just you and I alone, just one-on-one time. And my ex didn't really understand that very much. Like, he didn't really understand, like, you know, like, if I would say I just want to go over there alone, and he'd be like, oh, I don't, like, is there something you and your mom need to talk about? Like, you know, and so I was like, no, it's just she likes, you know, one-on-one time alone. And she loved him. She adored him. But, so for Alex and his mom, you know, I think, especially since, you know, each of her sons is now, like, married, I think it's important for her to spend time. And actually, that was something that I talked to Jesse about before they got married. I said, you know, I think like this is a decision that I made, and I think, she's like, no, absolutely. I think it's important, like, you know, that when she comes out here that she spends time with Juan, just one-on-one and things like that. I think it's important, you know. I think it's one thing that we don't really talk a lot about when people get in relationships or they get married. It's like, you know, the saying is that when you marry into that family, you marry that family too, and that's true, but that doesn't mean that, like, your parents don't want individual time with you alone. You know, I'm just thankful that my mom vocalized that to me. And when I said that to his mom, she said to me, I remember I said it to her a couple years ago, and she said, you know, I love spending time with you. Actually, tonight we walked in and there were some of, like, Alex's aunt's friends there that I had never met before. And she was like, this is my oldest son, and she's married, and he's my son-in-law. And she was, like, explaining who I was to him. She's so sweet to me. I love her. But when I explained it to her a couple years ago, she said, you know, I love spending time with you. And I spend time with her alone, just one-on-one too. She's like, you know, I love spending time with you. She said, but your mom was absolutely right. And she's like, I love spending time with my sons too, and I really appreciate that you see that. You know, that, and that has nothing to do with you. It just is that I like to spend time with my son alone. And I think that it's precious at that time, you know, and I think it's important. I've seen, you know, I've actually shared that story with a lot of people, not just with my mother-in-law, but what my mom told me, with a lot of couples that I know, because I know a lot of couples that if one person is going over to see a parent, the other one goes too. And I think, like, and maybe it's different perspective being an only child, because my mom, like, I didn't have siblings, so it wasn't like she had a relationship with me and my brother and my sister, because that didn't happen, right? It was just me. So, you know, a lot of my mom's life was built around me and things like that. Well, Alex's mom's life is built around her sons as well, and she loves to spend time with them individually, doing things that, like, with Alex, like, they love to, like, you know, sit down and open a bottle of wine or go out to dinner and whatever, you know, like, with Carlos, she likes to do different things, and, like, with Juan, she likes fufu, she likes to do different things. So, you know, I think each relationship is completely different, and I think that's a lot of fear of a lot of parents, like, when they get married, that's going to kind of be, like, taken away, and they're not going to have that relationship anymore. So I think it's important to continue to do that. And I think also, like, when you have kids, like, I have these friends of ours that, they are probably 10 years older than me, and they had 4 kids, 4 sons, and when each son, I think it was, like, after because I think their youngest one is, like, right about at that age, with the other 3 have, like, graduated, like, one's, like, in college and the other 2 have graduated from college. But, like, when they were done with 9th grade, the mom would take them on any trip that they wanted to go to, and it was for a week. Like, they got to decide where they wanted to go to. Yeah, these people have a little bit of money, but they got to decide where they wanted to go to. And then after they graduated from high school, their dad took them on a trip, just the two of them. And he's from another country, and so he would take them back to the country that he was from and, like, you know, introduce them to a family they didn't know and things like that. I always thought that was a cool concept, you know, that they got, like, a week with each parent, and they continue to do that. Like, I know that, like, she just took a vacation with one of her older sons, and it was just the two of them. I think that's really cool to spend time like that, you know, and I think, like, had my mom, especially towards the end of her life, I think, not gotten to spend time with me just individually, I think it would have broken her heart. I think she would have done it, and I think, I don't know, my mom always had a way of bringing things to me with, like, such grace, where it wasn't like an insult or confrontation. She just was like, this is how I feel about something, I just wanted you to know. Like, and it never, like, hurt my feelings, but it did give me, you know, pause to think about those things. And I'm really grateful for those moments that I had with my mom, just one-on-one, you know, like, those mean a lot to me. So anyway, but, so last night I watched, what did I watch last night? Let me look at my list. I feel like I finished something last night. Oh, I know what happened last night. So I kind of forgot until late last night, before, like, right before I took my nap, I kind of forgot that I hadn't watched the movie this week for Peter's Movie Club. I kept on thinking there was something I need to do, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I was laying in bed right as I was getting ready to lay down with Boo Radley and take a nap before Alex came home, and I was like, oh my god, I totally forgot to watch the movie for this week, Teen Witch, which was the movie for Peter's Movie Club this week. And so when I got up, I watched Teen Witch, and then I finished watching, I think, the second episode of Dead City. Did I finish the second episode? I can't remember. Of Dead City, the Negan and Maggie spinoff of The Walking Dead. I'm not loving it. I have to tell you, I'm not loving it. I think, like, after I finished this, I was going to go and watch The World Beyond, which I don't think really has anything to do with the main characters. It's like the teenagers that, like, survive the apocalypse and are in a school or something. I don't really even know what it's about. It came out years ago, I think. And I was going to watch that, so I had watched everything within the Walking Dead, like, universe. But I think I'll come back to that later, if I even come back to it. There's so many shows I want to watch right now, and I have to be honest with you, I loved the whole Walking Dead stuff when I was watching it. I'm kind of over it at this point. Like, I'm kind of just ready for it to be done. And so I stopped, I think, after the second episode, and I watched, well, I had started last night the first, okay, so on the finale of Survivor, I don't know if I've talked about this. I'm going to make a whole video. I think I talked about it yesterday, but I'm going to make a whole video about it. About binge watching shows that I want to binge watch this summer and fall. And one of the things I thought about doing recently was going back from the very first season and watching all the Survivors, and going back from the very first season and watching all the Amazing Races that I haven't watched. And, like, the first one with Richard Hatch and stuff like that, I don't even remember it. I watched it, I remember him winning, but I don't remember it. So I'm going to go back and watch them from the very beginning. Each of them only have like 12 or 14 episodes, so it could be rather quick. They just bring me so much joy. Like, I noticed watching it last night, I was like, I just am so happy watching this, you know? But on this season 47 finale, they reference Carolyn on season 44, and several of them are talking about her. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch season 44, because I've watched 45, 46, and no, this was 46, the finale of 46. 47 is the next season that's coming out. They just showed the trailer for it. It's coming out this fall. And so it's like, okay, watch 45 and 46. I'm going to go back and watch 44. The thing is, like, every season, they reference past people, and they'll, like, even show clips of them. They'll say, like, this person or that person. I know there's all-star seasons. So I was going to watch them backwards, like 44, 43, 43, 42. I was going to go, but they reference people, and I don't know what that is, and I don't want it ruined for me. So I'm going to watch 44, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to start with season 1. And if it takes me 3 years to watch it, it takes me 3 years, you know? And then I was like, last night, I think what I'm going to do is, like, watch like 10 seasons of Survivor and then start it with Amazing Race, because Amazing Race is like 10 seasons behind Survivor, and then do like a season of Survivor, a season of Amazing Race at the same time, and then get through all of them. So I think that's kind of going to be kind of my plan. I'm actually really excited about it because I love Survivor and Amazing Race. I don't think I do very well on either one of those shows. You know, it's interesting, you know, when you watch reality shows and you're like, I would do so good on this show. Like, I mean, my friends and I have all had those conversations through the years of what shows we'd be best on. Everybody always tells me I do great on Big Brother. I don't really think I would do that great on any reality show. The problem is, like, you guys know me from watching like my videos of where I'm just talking to you, but when I'm in a group of people that I don't know, I immediately shut down. Like, I just shut down, I don't talk. I mean, it's the social anxiety comes out all over the place. It's better today than it was a couple years ago. I can kind of mask it a little bit, but when I'm very nervous in a nervous situation, if I was like on a reality show that I knew was being filmed and I'm with 20 people that I don't know, I probably wouldn't say anything at all, and it would be a total detriment to me. And I don't think I could do a lot of the, I mean, I'm not physical, I think we know that, right? And I'm not even that active. And so as far as like Survivor, and most of the things that they do on Big Brother, I wouldn't win any of those things. And Amazing Race is extremely athletic. I mean, they're running the whole time, and not everybody on it is extremely athletic, but it's a lot of stuff that you have to do, and it's a lot of stuff, in all honesty, that I don't even know that I could do, you know? So, because Caroline was really like, oh, we should go on the Amazing Race, and blah, 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 whatever, and I was like, well, these are the obstacles with what we're given that I could and couldn't do on the show and things like that, right? So, yeah, I like the idea of thinking of it. I also, to be honest with you, would not want to really be away from my dog and my husband that long, or my front porch. I know that sounds stupid, but I mean, if somebody said tomorrow, okay, you can go on Big Brother and maybe be gone for 3 months, or maybe be out the first week, I don't even know, like, in all honesty, I think I'd be so scared I don't think I would do it. I've never auditioned for anything like that. People have asked me that before. They're like, I've never auditioned for stuff like that. Alex has. I mean, he hasn't sent in audition tapes and stuff like that, but he's been contacted by people for different, like, reality shows and stuff like that. And, I mean, not any of the ones that I just talked about, but other reality shows, and has kind of thought about it and stuff like that. So it's never really come all the way through, you know, to happen, but I think he would be great at something like that. Like, Alex would be great on some kind of show like that. I don't think I really would like that, and I think you kind of know yourself inside, you know? So anyway, last night I watched, did I finish the first, when I was vlogging yesterday, had I started the first episode of Survivor? Well, I finished the first episode of Survivor, and then I'm halfway through the second episode. That's the other thing about watching it like this, I have to tell you. Like, when I watch it when it's on in real time, like, I finished the episode. It's thundering outside. It's Boo Radley, when we came home, was downstairs. I think the storms probably terrified him. But the other thing is, like, when I watch it in real time, like, you know, like, I want to watch the whole episode because I'm like, okay, people are going to be talking about it online tomorrow, and if I see something. But I don't feel that way when I'm watching it when the season happened 4 years ago. You know what I mean? It's like, you can watch it at your own pace. So if I get tired, and last night I was getting tired, and I was like, I'm just going to stop this. So I stopped it. Teen Witch, I have to tell you, I remembered certain things about it, but there was a lot that I didn't remember about it. What's funny about it is, and it's so funny because people that commented on my review of it today were like, yeah, I couldn't get through it. It's so bad. It's so 80s. It is so bad. And it is so 80s. And there's these musical skits in it that are just really, really bad. But I have to say, I kind of loved it. Like, I would probably watch it again. and I liked it, I think, because I thought it was so bad. And it was bad, but, like, the message behind it is good. And that Zelda Rubinstein, who was in Poltergeist, that passed away not too long ago, she's in it, and I love her. And I liked it. I thought it was good. I mean, it wasn't like, I wouldn't say like this is one of the best movies. I mean, it's completely corny and cheesy. It came out in, like, I think, 89. What I didn't know was that the main star is played by Robin Lively, who, she's 52. I'll be 52 in June. Her birthday's in February, so she's like 6 months younger than me, or older than me. I didn't realize that, like, the movie came out, like, it was, when I was that age was when it came out. She's supposed to be 15, or she's supposed to be turning 16 in the movie, which at the time the movie was filmed, I would have been 16, which is crazy, right? I also did not know that she is the older half-sister of Blake Lively. Did you guys know that? I was like, because I'm always like, you know, Googling and looking at people's Wikipedia and stuff like that, like the cast of any movie or TV show, I've looked up everything about them. And like every show they've been in, where they're from, things like that. It's amazing how many members of the cast of The Walking Dead, like have absolutely like the most amazing like country accents and stuff like that. And they're like, they grew up like doing Shakespeare in the theater in London, and grew up like, you know, in London and things like that. So many people in The Walking Dead grew up like in the theater and, you know, England and things like that. It's crazy. And are really like renowned theater actors and actresses. So anyway, I looked that up last night. I was like looking up the people that have been on there, and I was like, oh my god, I never knew that. The main star of Teen Witch is the half-sister of Blake Lively, and they're like really close too. I was reading these articles about it. So anyway, I thought that was kind of crazy. So then I went to bed, and then I got up today, and because I had a hard time falling asleep last night, I just tossed and turned. And then when I fell asleep, I fell asleep deep. And I woke up today, and I just kind of like did some stuff around the house first, did some laundry. Alex was doing some laundry. He was like getting the towels done. I woke up and the room smelled so good. I bought these, I think I showed it in my Peter Does Stuff video that I did a couple weeks ago, but I bought these new, you know those dots you put in the washer? Like, I know a lot of people that don't like them. My cousin Caroline can't stand them. Like the downy, like dot balls that you like throw in the bottom in there. Well, anyway, I bought this new scent. And somebody said they smell like cotton candy. They kind of do, but not really. Like, they smell clean. And so I woke up, and I was like, the room smells so clean. And I said, what is that smell? Because Alex was walking out. I said, what is that smell? And he was like, I just folded all the towels that you had washed and dried down the basement. I was like, oh, thank you. And he was like putting them away. And he's like, I did another like wash, and I'm drying a load, and I'm washing a load of the other towels. So we've like, after that, we have like all the towels are clean in our house. And I was like, oh, okay. And the whole house smelled so good from those dot things. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, so then I was like, okay, what am I going to be able to film before I go? And I was like, okay, I'm going to try to get this done, try to get that done. And Alex said that he was going to run to the mall to get his aunt and his cousin like presents for their birthday. And I thought, well, maybe during that period I'll like vlog. And so I did my Peter Does Stuff video, and then I also filmed a Peterisms video right after that, because Alex at that point was upstairs laying in bed like looking at TikToks and stuff. And so I filmed it down here. And then I was getting ready to start my vlog, and I had to talk on the phone about something very serious to a friend of mine. And so I was talking to her for a while on the phone. Nobody that anybody knows. Anyway, it's not Tanya or anything like that, so I just don't want anybody to worry. But anyway, and the situation's resolved. But was talking to her, and that was when Alex went to the mall. So then when he came back, we both had to take showers because we were running late to go to their house. And so we both took showers and got dressed and stuff like that. Alex stopped at Abercrombie and got some shirts. Got this real cute shirt at Abercrombie, and he wore it tonight. And so yeah, and I love going over to their house because it's just like you can be real casual. I wore these like blue shorts that I don't really know how to explain them. They're kind of like tennis shorts, but they're a little bit shorter than that. Like, not like he wears shorts, but it's not like that. Like, they come like right now they're sitting like mid thigh, and they're really comfortable. And so I wore those with my camouflage Birkenstocks, and then I wore this shirt and this hat. So anyway, everybody was like pretty casual at this thing, and we had a good time. And they had a bunch of cheese and hummus and guacamole and stuff like that, and chips, and they had a birthday cake. And so Alex's cousin that lives with his aunt and uncle, she was born on his aunt's birthday, so they have the same birthday. So they hired this like Venezuelan guy to come and like, he's like a singer and like brings out like this whole like karaoke machine and all this kind of stuff and sings. So, and has like a microphone and hooked up to it. And so it was Alex and myself, and then it was Alex's aunt and uncle. And so Alex and his uncle and I like sat in the living room the whole time. And at the beginning, it was like this other couple that they're friends with, and then they left, and then because they were like leaving on a trip tomorrow, and talked to them for a while. And then it was Alex's grandma, Alex's cousin, his aunt and cousin, and then Alex's mom, and then Alex's uncle's wife, and then like three friends of his aunts and his cousins. And it was just kind of like a girls' night. It was real fun. And so they had surprised his aunt and his cousin with this like Venezuelan singer, right? And the guy like dressed up and everything like that. And he sang like all these, at first when they came out, they said, well, he's just here to sing like happy birthday to them. They wanted to, you know, like they were missing like old Venezuelan like live music and stuff like that. So we thought this would be really fun for them. Well, he ended up staying for like an hour and a half. I mean, he was so fun, and he was like singing with them. Like Alex's mom was like, she and the other women were having such a blast. I put up a bunch of Instagram stories if you guys want to see it. They're like in the kitchen like swaying and like singing. There is like Alex, like I said to him something about one of the songs. He's like, these are all the songs that my mom used to like when I was growing up, that like she and all her friends listened to like back in the day. Like these are all like their favorite songs from Venezuela. And then she came over and she sat down and she was like telling me about each of the songs, and so like she was having such a blast, and I danced with them for a little bit and stuff like that. And yeah, it was just really fun. Alex danced with them, took some pictures with his grandma. His grandma was like, she was having a blast, and she was singing along and all this kind of stuff. It was just a fun night. So I think we got over the camera stopped. Have I really vlogged already for a half an hour? Yeah, it was a really fun night. We got over there about 5:15 and we stayed till about 9:15. So it was good. And like half the time, they were sitting outside at first, and then his uncle was like, we need to start moving everybody inside because it's going to start raining, because it was like really dark out. And I said to his uncle, I was like, is it really going to be that bad of a storm? Because he has like this huge covered like gazebo outside. Well, not like porch that's covered with this huge awning. And he said, I've been watching the weather. It's supposed to be really, really hard. Well, they all moved inside, and like literally like 3 or 4 minutes later, I mean, you could hear, the hail against the window. And I got up and I looked, and you could see it all over the patio. I mean, it's all this like big hail out there, which was crazy. I was like, I didn't think it was supposed to storm like that. So yeah, it was so fun. We had such a good time. And now we have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to just kind of hang out and stuff like that. I told Alex, I said, I'm probably going to like sporadically film videos through the weekend. I don't really know what I'm going to, you know, do videos about and things like that. I got a couple things I might, well, I don't really know what I probably might put something out tonight about, like on my drama channel, like what people want me to talk about, because I don't really know, in all honesty. But on my other channels, my TV channel, I have like 3 or 4 videos to film. My booktube channel, I wanted to do this collection of books, and there was one book that I couldn't find. Oh, that's what I was going to say too. But last night, I finally finished the Walking Dead graphic novel, book 1, last night, out of like, I think there's 32 or 33 books. So I have the first 3. So I went to go replace the first one, and I brought out the next 2, book 2 and book 3 in the series. And so when I was there, I was like, I have the bookshelf like all categorized into like all LGBT books, all like memoirs, and like all books that are new that I just bought that I want to read this summer, all classics that I love, all my favorite books. I have them like all categorized and stuff. And I was like, where is this book? This is one of my favorite books of life. Like, where is this book? And I was like, I know it's in this bookshelf, because I looked downstairs on the desk. I have some books I'm saving, and then every other book in this house is in a box ready to be taken if it hasn't been taken already. And I was like, all the books are completely organized in this house. So I was like, where is this book? Like, I don't know where it's at, right? Oh, this is crazy. Years ago, one of my favorite books with me and my friends when we were in high school was this book called Amethyst. It was very kind of like of the same nature, like of the book Lace, if you ever read Lace, by Shirley Conran, who I loved her books. She wrote a book about a bunch of women. That was Savages, I think is what it was called. It was about these women that were the wives of like executives, and the plane went down and they were on this island and they had to like fend for themselves. I should get that book and read it this summer. I'm gonna look for it on Amazon tonight and read it this summer by the pool, because it's such a great book. I feel like I want to do some rereads this summer. I just looked up, there's some Jill McCorkle books that I haven't read, like July 7th and Queen of October. I haven't read them since I was like in college, like before I got sober. So I was like, I think maybe I'll read those again. But anyway, I found the book that I was looking for, so I was real excited about that. But yeah, I brought out the other 2 Walking Dead books, and I actually bought tonight, well, I was at Alex's aunt's house on Audible. I bought a couple books. You know what they are? So I'm going to do this book this booktube video. I don't know if I'll do that tomorrow or Sunday. But I bought, Swamp Spies I have, which is the new Janet DeLeon book on the Misfortune book, and on Audible in the series. And I think her next one after that is coming out any day. Then somebody recommended to me, and they said it was fantastic, 5 stars, The Return of Ellie Black by Amiko Jean. I don't know anything about it. And then these were on sale the other day. These are by Janet DeLeon, and they're a different series, or standalones. I don't know. I've never read them before. Rumble on the Bayou, Wrong Side of 40. I bought All the Wrong Places, Leaving Time by Jodi Picoult. I don't think I've ever read a Jodi Picoult book. All These Beautiful Strangers by Elizabeth Kiefolf. Stacy recommended Dear Jacob, so I bought that. She's Not Sorry by Mary Kubica. I've never read anything by her either. I've got some books on here that are for the book club. But yeah, so I feel like I bought something. Oh, I know what I pre-ordered a couple books. Robbie Couch is a gay author that I love his books, and he has a book coming out called Maybe Next Time or something like that. I read his book. It was so good. I read it like 5 or 6 years ago, his first book, Blair for the Win or something like that. And I think I have the next 2 on Audible and I haven't read them, and this one's coming out, so I was like, I really want to read this one. It's kind of supposed to be a little like science fiction, like very Adam Silvera, if you've ever read anything by him. And he's actually really good friends with Adam Silvera too, because they like are always taking pictures together on Instagram and stuff like that. So I bought that, I pre-ordered that, and then I pre-ordered another one, the Lucy Foley book, that she wrote, The Guest List. She has a new book coming out like next week. And also, okay, The Housemaid is watching, The Housemaid's Secret, and then The Housemaid is watching. The third one in that series, the third and final one, is coming out like next week. So I've got a lot of books. I got to get back to the walking. I told Alex that on the way home tonight. I said, I got to get back to the walking starting tomorrow. So many people were so nice. You guys were like, well, maybe an hour and a half, and it's just kind of pushing it. It's not just for the walking. It's also for like, I miss listening to my audiobooks. It's totally, I don't know why. I was thinking about this on the way home, because I was like, if it's going to rain tonight, it's also late. Like, I'm not going to walk this late, even though I have, but it's kind of different just sitting here listening to a book than walking and listening to a book, which people have recommended for years, over the last 2 years, and I just didn't really feel like I could do it. But then when I started walking and listening to books, which I mean, I only did for like a month, right? But it's different. Like, I'm really in my head listening to the book when I'm walking. If I'm sitting here, my mind just totally wanders. And then I'm rewinding the book, because I'm like, I didn't catch that, and whatever. And I think also, like, when I sit out here, I don't typically have my AirPods in. Sometimes I do, but not typically. When I have my AirPods in, I'm, like, in the book. Like, when I lay in bed, sometimes like, Caroline always lays in bed and listens to her audiobook before she goes to bed. If I have my AirPods in, like, I'm in it. Like, I'm really, like, in it listening to it. But if I don't have my, like, AirPods in, it's like I get real distracted. So yeah, so I got some good books. So gonna get back to the walking, hopefully. Well, I mean, I've been walking here and there, but, like, getting into the regular, consistent, everyday walking, hopefully, tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be a nice weekend. It's going to be nice and relaxing. I was actually thinking about, like, not filming any, well, obviously the vlog I would, but not filming any other videos until Tuesday, and then just hanging out with Alex the whole weekend. But he's, like, wanting to watch. He said he really wants to finish Shameless. He's like, I said to him tonight, I was like, what shows do you have to watch? He goes, you have like a million shows to watch, don't you? And I said, yeah, and I was going through them. He's like, yeah, I'm not interested in that, I'm not interested in that, I'm not interested in that. He's like, I was like, okay. So, he's like, well, I really want to finish Shameless. And I said, I thought you said you didn't want to watch any more of it. He goes, no. He's like, it's just really, really dark. He has 5 seasons left, is what he said. And he's like, but I feel like I've committed myself to watching half the season and I'm going to finish it. So I think he's going to, like, binge watch a lot of that this weekend. And then we'll probably watch movies. This probably will be the weekend that if we watch movies, we'll watch Damsel this weekend. I usually wait until closer to Friday to watch the movie for Peter's Movie Club, and that might be the case. I think I'm looking for anything to watch instead of Dead City, because I'm real over it with the whole, like, Walking Dead thing. I feel like I need a break from that. But I only have 4 episodes left, so then I'm like, just power through it. That's 4 hours. It's like a long movie, right? Like, just power through it and get it done. So I'll probably do that and just get it done. But today's been a good day. Today's been a really fun day. It was so fun hanging out with family and just seeing everybody. And it's been actually kind of like just a relaxing day. It's been nice. And so yeah, what are you guys doing this weekend? Do you guys have big plans? It's kind of nice to, Alex usually goes to the race on Sunday, or on race day, so he's not this year, which is fine. I mean, I don't care, because it's just, like, figuring out, like, okay, I'm gonna film videos or just take the day off and watch, but he's not. And so he's like, well, what do you want to do on Sunday? We were trying to figure out when we were gonna do the walk and stuff. The walk is not gonna take that long, like, at all. I mean, with both of us doing it, it's gonna be less than an hour, and that's including going to buy the mulch, and then it'll look fine. So he was like, what do you want to do this weekend? I said, I really don't want to do anything except for go to the pool and just kind of relax. And he's like, you do know it's supposed to rain the whole weekend. And I go, I know, but I'm still going to go to the pool. Even if it's just for like 15 minutes to say that I was there this weekend, and then next week if it's nice, you know, whatever. But I'm real excited about the pool going open. Or the pool opening. At some point tomorrow, no matter if it's thunderstorming or not, if it stops, I will go up there and jump in the pool just so I can be like, I was at the pool the first day it opened. If it's nice this weekend, like if tomorrow afternoon it gets real nice though, I have a feeling that the pool will be very packed tomorrow. I don't know. There's a lot of people, I can see that like people's driveways have like cars in it. There's a lot of people that are like visiting and stuff like that. So, yeah. Yeah. Is that about it? I do want to say one thing really quick, and just to kind of put this out there. I've been very, very fair to certain people out there that have opinions and things about me. And I've made it clear how I feel about stealing content of mine and what is copyright and what's not copyright. Stealing an entire thumbnail of mine and using it as your thumbnail, that's actually copywritten material. I'm just letting you know. I made it very clear that I'm gonna start copyright writing those things. Have your opinion, say what you want to say. You can't. I've been very fair, okay? You can't just steal a complete thumbnail of mine or use clips of my videos and upload them as yours. You can't do that. So I just want to make that clear. But yeah, that was the one thing I wanted to say. What else? I got this email. We should look at this. I got this email. Secret email. I got this email from Barnes & Noble today, and it said something about, cause I was just talking about the borders. Was I talking about this on here? About the borders? Where did I save this email? Hold on a second. Not there. I got this email about, where did I put it? I saved it somewhere. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I deleted it. I deleted it. I got this email and it said, like, best summer reads for the pool. And I was like, oh, this reminds me of the old days at Borders. I was just talking about this. What is this? Thank you for your order on Audible. It's complete. Yeah, that was that book that I showed you guys. Oh, I know one thing I wanted to ask you guys. Maybe this is probably better for a Peter Likes Books video, but like, so years ago, I read the Ruth Ware book, Woman in Cabin 10, and if you watch my BookTube channel at the time, you'll know, like, I couldn't stand that book. I thought the whole thing was contrived. I didn't think it was a good mystery. I thought so many things in there didn't even make sense. I remember, like, I was like, this doesn't make sense, nobody would do this, and this doesn't make sense. The whole book, I didn't like it at all. And it was like, that book kind of like turned me off from reading anything of hers ever again. But Reese Witherspoon always pushes Ruth Ware's books. And I know a lot of other people that really, really like her. Has anybody out there read a Ruth Ware book that like they like just loved? They like absolutely could not put down? I also saw on Audible tonight, I think it's the Colleen Hoover, I say Colleen because, you know, the Colleen Hoover book, It Ends With Us or whatever. It's like the first book in those two book series or whatever. And I was like, you know, people have said to me in the past, you really should try Colleen Hoover, you would like her. And then other people are like, no, don't read her. It's like you're wasting your time. So I read the synopsis for it, and it described it as a sweet and gentle story. And I was like, yeah, I read Verity. I'm not really sure if glamorizing abusive relationships is what I would describe as sweet and innocent story, but I don't love it. Tanya likes her books. Well, she's read a couple of her books, and she liked them. She likes the story of Colleen Hoover, I think, better, of like the American Dream and stuff like that. But I met so many people that love her books. I just can't. I don't know what it is. And Ruth Ware is another one that, like, I read that one book, and I just was like, this was not it. Like, I feel like I wasted like a lot of time reading this book. Like, and I didn't feel like the mystery was much of a mystery. So if anybody has read one of Ruth Ware's books and they like are convinced that she's like the greatest mystery teller, tell me which one to read and I will try that. Because so many people seem to like her that I feel like, well, maybe I should give it another shot. Maybe I don't want to like judge, you know, a book on one. I don't want to judge an author on one book kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I'm really, you can tell I'm really excited about the books this summer. I was looking through Audible. I was like, I have so many books in my Audible that I have not read that I've got to like get to it and start reading these books, and I'm really excited about it. I have so many shows. I feel like this whole summer, I hope that the next 3 months of summer do not go as fast as the 9 months leading up to summer, because I feel like I have a lot of things. I have a lot of shows I want to watch. It's like, tonight would be like a good night to sit outside because it's like good temperature, but it's kind of like damp and humid too, which is Indiana in the summer. I'm like, this isn't real enjoyable to sit out here, like, oh, it's kind of like damp and whatever. But so yeah, so I've got all these shows to watch. I've got a bunch of movies that I want to watch. Plus I have Peter's Movie Club. And every time I look for movies on Tubi, I find movies that like, what was the movie I wanted to watch? Like, there was a movie that I wanted to watch, but I wouldn't put it on the movie club. It wasn't like one of my favorites, but I wanted to rewatch it again. I was like, oh, I want to rewatch that again. But I have all these things I want to, you know, watch and do, and this is going to be a good summer. I'm real excited about this summer. So, yeah, I've got to like, this weekend too, you know what I need to do is I need to look at what the temperature is going to be like this upcoming week to see if it's going to be, starting on Tuesday, if it's going to be good pool weather. Hold on a second. Dream. Okay, Tuesday 75. Wednesday 73. These are not pool days, but they're sunny on the, well, Tuesday, plentiful sunshine. Wednesday, mostly sunny skies. I might go to the pool and just put my feet in. Thursday 77, mostly sunny skies. Thursday will probably be a pool day. Friday, do I have therapy next Friday? I think I did therapy. We're doing every 2 weeks for a little while. Let's see how it goes. I just had my therapy session this Thursday. Or did we say, are we doing it next? I feel like we're doing it a different day, like a Tuesday next time. Oh, no. He asked me if I could do it at 3 o'clock, and it was a week from Thursday. And I was like, let's see how every 2 weeks go. He was like, do you want to do every 2 weeks for a while and just see how it goes now that we're done with the trauma narrative? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So, is that next Thursday? Okay, well this Thursday it's going to be 81 and a few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny. So that's Friday. That's Friday. So Friday will be a good day to go to the pool. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, 82. Sunday, 86. Sun and clouds mix. Sunday will be a good day. Monday, 83. That's the 3rd. Partly cloudy skies. That'll be a pool day. If it's Tuesday, 82. Wednesday, 83. Oh, scattered thunderstorms. 84. And then Friday, 80. Thunderstorms. Rain showers in the morning with scattered thunderstorms arriving in the afternoon. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Basically the same thing. So Monday might be the only pool day next week. Well, I guess I won't have to worry about getting up to get my videos done early. Oh well, we'll try. Well, I'm gonna do my best to at least just go down there and get in the pool for a little bit and like freshen up. And so like I can't wait to like be in the pool and then come back and smell all like chlorine and then, you know, like I love that so much. And putting on fresh clothes, taking a nap, you know, whatever, doing a little vlog, then taking a nap. It's gonna be such a fun summer. I'm so excited. So here's to a good summer. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing, is today Friday? Magically amazing Friday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Okay, I'm gonna go inside and try to get this up real quick. I'm uploaded on my phone. Oh, 47 minutes. This is longer than I thought it was gonna be. This is just gonna be a little catch up. I told Alex, I said, I'm just gonna vlog for like 20 or 30 minutes. He was like, babe, vlog as long as you want. I don't care. So anyway, I'm gonna go and start getting this up. I hope that you guys have the most amazing weekend. If you don't have to work this weekend, I hope that you get to just relax and do things that that you get to enjoy. If you have to work this weekend, thanks for your service. And I hope that you still get some time to relax as well. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want, or your week or weekend if you need to. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, don't tell anyone. Just do it because it's a nice thing to do, to put some positive energy out there in the world. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Whether it's through a telephone call or a text message, or you stop by, or you send a postcard or a letter, or just, I don't know, whatever. Or a cameo. Just, or, you know, just text them and say, hey, I was just thinking of you. Hope you're doing okay. I love getting texts like that. But you never know. And like I always say, you might be putting a smile on somebody's face. You might be cheering them up. You might be making their day better. And you might just be giving them a little bit of hope in the world. You don't know. Also, be kinder to one another. Wait. No, I can't remember what I say. See, if I don't go with the flow, I can't remember what I say. Also, be kinder to one another, love one another a little bit more, and most importantly, be kinder and love yourselves a little bit more. Because if you're kinder to yourself, then you will be kinder to others. And if you love yourself more, then you will love others more as well. We hope, right? But most importantly, okay, be kinder and love yourself, because sometimes we are the ones that we forget the most, right? And if we are giving ourselves bad talk in our heads and being mean to ourselves, we're not going to be very nice to the people around us and to the rest of the world, right? So I think sometimes some of the saddest, most miserable people out there are the people that have think the lowest of themselves, and that makes me sad, right? So let's think better about ourselves. Let's inspire and motivate ourselves. And if you're going through a hard time right now, just know that I'm sending you lots of positivity, and I hope that you get through it soon, and things will be okay. They will. And yeah, so I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. And for those that just happen to stick around, rock on, gold dust woman. Did I surprise you? One more, I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Lena.